Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. You're watching a new episode of Home Place Florida show, and I'm your host, Steve Feller. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you for watching a new episode of Home Place Florida. Today's episode will be dedicated to market conditions, real estate market conditions in Florida, specifically in Florida, although it's affected the entire market in the United States this time because interest rate recently went up, as everybody knows. Right now it's basically, as late as today, this morning shows between 6.5 to 7% interest rate. It all depends on each individual who apply for mortgage, so we will not talk about this. This is more questions to mortgage people who will help to understand what's going on and how mortgage is basically affecting the interest rate, affecting your mortgage rate. But in today's episode, I want to talk about effect of a mortgage hike on the real estate market, and it may not look so bad as you think, because as everybody knows, last few years we had red hot market conditions, especially in Florida, where it's a state where many people start moving since 2019, since COVID hit, and we had, I think, peak was last year and 2021, although it was keep high at 2022. And today I want to talk about specific market conditions, how it affects, what's happening, and we overview latest market report from November. So as you can see on the screen, this is the latest market report display from Pinellas Realtor Organization. It's in Central Pasco County, Florida. Basically, it's if you look at the Florida map, it's at Central Florida, West Coast, and we're located in the Gulf of Mexico, specifically Tampa Bay. A report that you can see on the screen right now, it shows Tampa Bay single-family homes for data as November 16. Again, today is not November 16 to this, but reports come a few days later after it's calculated. We have, the way this report is structured is basically a 7 days report, a sole comparison to as of today's last 7 days of this month and last 7 days of the same period of last year. So as you can see, on Wednesday, September 16, 2022, we have total sold, number of properties sold is 58 of single family homes in Tampa Bay area, and that's comparing to last year numbers, it's 209. So basically we have 55% minus 55% compared to last year. That's a lot, and even more than that. So we can have also, for example, we can see that the dollar amount compared to the last 7 days from September 16, from November 16, my apology, to the same period of last year, Monday of November 15, 2021, it was sold $63,618 and I'm sorry, $63,618,000 this year, and compared to last year, it was sold the same period of time $169,087,000. So obviously you can see this is a huge in it's basically, according to report, it's 12% decrease in sales. And what does it mean for us? It's mean that real estate market start cooling down. Not everybody in favor of high interest rate, and it's understandable, but people think about it, especially a new generation who never saw in 80s and 90s and early 90s interest rate when interest rate was the same high and people buying houses. Um, Recent decade when market was down and we had different economical instability or stability, but there was different economical issues we had, including COVID, when interest rate was artificially kept down. That spike prices on a property because everybody was able to create their, buy their American dream basically and buy their houses. But um, that's also at the end created a very negative effect of overpricing, overheating market, and when people technically could not afford to buy houses anymore, or when they buy them, it doesn't make sense, and there will be some sort of rate of default because people buying a number of multiples. And again, this is more conversation to mortgage brokers, and hope one day we're gonna have someone from brokers team here in this show to discuss more details. But technically, when when money is so cheap and everybody can afford, real estate market gets overheated, and that's create very negative results. As of now, if you think, if you let's say if you in the market and you're thinking to buy a property, I can say don't be scared. Here's the thing. You can contact your local realtor, or you can contact me. The number will be below on the screen. Now, if you buy a house as sellers, especially new construction companies, they will be more negotiable. The reason is because, for example, if a private seller sells property, right, and the condition is not favorable for them, they may postpone it for next couple of years, or depends. It's everybody depends on the situation. But if for a lot of construction companies, situation is different. It's industrial production. They need to pay salaries to their employees. They need to produce results, financial results. A lot of those companies are nationwide, and a lot of them, not only nationwide, but they are publicly traded companies. And what does it mean? They have to produce results to show Wall Street that they do sales. And if they stuck with inventory houses, or soon to be inventory houses, where basically the construction really they try to freeze, but they cannot stretch it forever. They need to, if certain houses almost complete, they need to finish to complete them, to drive them to finish line, and then they become their inventory. They stay in their balance, and they will be eager to sell. So from my experience, if you in the market right now and you're looking to buy a house in Florida or any other state, but I'm a Florida realtor in Tampa Bay area, so I'll talk about my market. You be more favorable to this to negotiate better sales price than, let's say, 6 months ago. So if you need more information, please feel free to contact me. I'll be more than glad to explain to you and introduce you to a very reliable mortgage team that will be help you to assist with and do estimates. All consultations absolutely free. So looking forward to talking to you. All right now let's look next. Again, next page in this report is Tampa Bay area condominium, and as of November 16. So again, November 16, last 7 days sold comparison. This year we have sold only 10 properties in Tampa Bay area, and total is 3,196,000, right? Compared to last year, 2021, listen carefully. This is 58 properties was sold in the same period of time. Total amount of 22,933,000. And that's what about 40% difference, right? So that's a lot of money. big difference. So again, this is another proof that if you looking to buy a condominium, or if you looking to buy a house, single family home, that's probably the best time. And another thing is why I'm explaining. A lot of people will say, wait a second, what about mortgage rate? It's so high that it's not reasonable to afford. I'll explain you what. Here's the thing, when you buy a house, you probably will stay in this house for next 15, 20, 30 years. It all depends on your personal situation, how you want to live, how long you want to live in the property. Some people move every 10, 15 years. Some people buy and keep this house for the rest of their life. But as soon as you keep house for a longer period of time, more than 10 years, you will be able to refinance your mortgage, refinance your house. What does it mean? You buy a house today with more favorable, cheaper price, negotiable property, negotiable price. You buy it today cheaper with a higher interest rate. But interest rate can be fixed, not, I would say not fixed. Interest rate can be changed and will change. And once it's changed, you just basically refinance your property, and you have now a good, cheap property that you bought a few years ago with a good rate. Okay, again, how market works: if demand is high, and demand is high based on affordability of the properties, then prices of the homes will go up. Affordability will go when mortgage rates will drop down and people will be able to afford more. If they can't afford, then prices start dropping down again, because sellers, it could be a private seller as any of us, or could be corporate sellers like big construction companies, corporations that need to produce results. They need to move this property out of the lot. All right, it's the same thing like when you go to a car dealer. Some dealers hold their prices and nobody buys their cars, and you go 15, 20 miles away to a different dealership that will be eager to sell your car cheaper as soon as you move this car out of the lot. The same thing happens to, the same rules apply to real estate market. If you're able to negotiate, and that's what I can help you with, that's what I'm specializing on. If you can able to negotiate the price for the property that will be in your favor, then don't pay attention to mortgage rates. Mortgage rate is not that bad, trust me. All right, so next thing is Pinellas County, Pasco County single family homes. All right, so Pasco County will have here the same thing on November 15, November 16, and last 7 days, single family homes was sold for total homes, 11 homes total, for amount of 3,480,000, and the same market condition last year. There was 37 homes. Again, 37 homes last year, the same period of time, and 11 homes the same period this year, all right? And last year, 37 homes in Pasco County, single family homes, was sold for total amount of 14,960,000. So roughly $15 million, all right? And that's what, 51%? All right, so and condominium in real estate market in Pasco County, we have interesting. Last 7 days of condominium in Pasco County not even show any data. I think that's really interesting, because I guess Pasco County doesn't have that many condos, or wasn't any condos sold, but last year there was only one condo sold this period of time, and it was 130,000. Obviously the one condo which was cost 130,000. So again, this is really interesting, and this report will have more information on Hillsborough County. the same thing, but again, point of today's conversation was market conditions, and I know a lot of people get scared. They don't understand. They think they should hold, they should wait. Yes, you can wait, definitely can wait, but believe me, as soon as markets start correcting itself more and more, there will be more and more players in the market, and more players in the market will create conditions that will be more demand. So if you have a good realtor, unless you have your own good skills or you think you have good skills, you need to start searching for properties and by, I think right now, with starting now, next 6-7 months, there will be a great time to buy something because you will be able to negotiate good price. Again, my number is here on the bottom of the screen. My name is Steve Feller, and I'm a realtor with Future Home Realty. My website is www.homeplaceflorida.com. You can type hashtag in Google, hashtag homeplaceflorida, or you can visit my website, or you can visit me on Facebook. I also have a group called Our Florida. This is a group specifically oriented for European customers. Please feel free to call me 727-492-6291 or drop me an email, steve@homeplaceflorida.com. Again, this is Steve, STEVE, @homeplaceflorida.com. Thank you for watching this episode. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. See you next time.